Your life can change in one day. One person can come into your life and they can change it. They can open doors for you never knew existed. Trust the process. Don't ever give up. Hello loves, and welcome back to another video on my channel. My name is Shams, and today I'm going to share with you the 25 lessons that I have learned over my 25 years of living. So I have a list here. Let's go over it. The first thing I have is that you have something to offer. You have something to offer and you are unique in every single way. I feel like a lot of times in life we go through situations and we're faced with certain obstacles, and in turn we start questioning who we are, why are we even here, do we even have something to offer? And yes, you are put on this earth for a reason. If you don't know that reason, that is okay. You're gonna learn it through living and through challenging yourself and through believing in yourself. And that's only gonna happen if you have this belief that yes, you are unique, you do have something new to bring to the table, and that it is your job, your duty to bring that to life and to show everyone what it is that you do offer. Number 2 is to trust yourself. Trust yourself with each and every obstacle you come in your life, whether it's a new exam that you studied for, or whether it's a big presentation that you have to give and you're scared that you're gonna talk weird or you're gonna stutter. Just trust yourself. Trust in the work that you have put in. Trust in the experiences that you've had. You're never going to be faced with an exam, with a presentation, with any sort of life circumstance if you haven't already been prepared for it. And no, if you are not prepared for it, then just know that you are in some way, that God did not just put it in your life to make you suffer, that you do have the power inside of you to persevere and to conquer the situation. So always trust yourself. I was faced in a lot of situations, and especially like things like, taking a big board exam. I was worried that I wasn't gonna pass it even though I studied a lot, but then I kept reminding myself, no, I need to trust myself. I prepared, therefore I'm gonna be doing well on this exam, and I ended up acing it. Number 3, education and career over any friendship and any relationship. I don't care what anyone says. If you're in high school, if you're in college, if you don't have your career figured out, you should not be in a relationship. Unless, I don't know, in like really rare circumstances where you really think the person's the one. I feel like that's fine if they're actually supporting you, if they're not putting you down, fine, but you should not be like dating and doing all of that. I know it sounds super old school and a lot of you are not gonna agree, it's gonna be controversial, but for me, I think that you need to be taking care of yourself and your future first over anything, because people will screw you over. Relationships will have you heartbroken. I mean, if you're, dating and like, looking and you're in the hunt, chances are you're not going to find the one from the first time, right? So I really, really believe in like taking high school, for example, taking college as a time to make yourself your best self yet, to prioritize your education, because no man or woman or any friendship, no one compares to that. You need to have an education that you can carry yourself by yourself, that even if you get into a relationship and it doesn't end up working out, you can leave them no problem. You need to make sure that you are as independent as possible, that you have made yourself to be a person that you can stand on your own feet, handle your own business, and I really believe that all of that should be done before you get into anything romantic, because you never know how someone's going to impact you. Someone may make you lazier, someone may make you feel guilty for working a lot, they may make you feel guilty for wanting to pursue certain dreams. So that's why I really believe career and your education over anything in life, because at the end of the day, that's all you have. When an emergency happens and you need something to pay for that, you're not going to look at your partner. I mean, you could, but are they going to be able to help you pay? Are they going to be able to support you? If yes, then that's great. If no, then you should focus on yourself first and then seek love. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you think though. Number 4, leave or correct someone when they disrespect you the first time. Oh my god, you guys, I have been like almost a people pleaser for a big portion of my life. Like I always was too nice. If someone said something rude, I wouldn't correct them right away because I didn't want to embarrass them in front of everyone else. But now I have learned, if someone disrespects me, I'm answering right away. Unless they're like family or like my significant other, then I'm not gonna do that in front of other people. But in general, I'm like really proud of myself because I'm a very nice person. But guys, nice does not get you to where you want to go. So be a good person, but don't be a nice person, and we'll talk about that later. But like, I have just seen a different version of myself when I have started to stand up for myself, when I started to just, if someone says a joke, I stop them and I'm like, what do you mean by that? Or when someone says something, or when someone gives me like work that wasn't mine, especially at work, I'm like, what is this? Like, what is this? I say it, I wait for them to answer, and they can take their own responsibility, you know? Just be strong, and like if anyone, anything disrespects you, put an end to it, or say, what's that about? And like just look at them in the face and wait for them to answer and look stupid, okay? Number 6, your people are out there. Oh my god, I needed to hear this like a long time ago, because I always felt like I'm never gonna find like friends that really aligned with my vision, or like friends that didn't really, I just always never thought that I would have supportive friends, or friends that I can like do fun things with and travel with. Like I never thought that I would ever have that, because I never had that in high school, never had that in college, but I ended up finding them in pharmacy school. And you know, like even though not everyone stays in your life forever, everyone, or a lot of times like people are only in your life for a certain season, but I do want to tell you, if you feel lonely, if you feel like you're not, like the people around you are not your circle, you feel like you don't connect with them, it's crazy to think, but trust me, your people are out there. Because for the longest time I knew a lot of people, I had a lot of like friends, acquaintances, but I never felt connected to them. I never felt like they were truly my friends, if that makes sense. You know, I just felt like we didn't connect. They looked at the world differently, and then eventually I found my people, and like it's only like less than a handful of them, and I truly love them so much, and we support each other, we uplift each other, and I couldn't ask for better friends. So I even get emotional at the thought of it, but I just want to tell you, your people are truly out there. The next thing is that you need to, every once in a while, you need to go outside, take a walk, and journal. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, whenever you feel stressed, or like the world is literally falling apart, I promise you, no matter what, you have a lot of things you can do, right? I know I used to just go and sleep, and I still do that sometimes, but I challenge you to go outside and go on a walk. I promise you to do that, and tell me how you feel afterwards. It's a different feeling when you're walking and then you're seeing trees, you're seeing birds, you're seeing squirrels, and you're like, oh my god, these are other creatures that are living their normal lives. And like it just makes you think that at the end of the day, life goes on, and that you're gonna be okay. It just makes me feel a lot more connected to the universe. And also journaling helps you get out of your own mind big time. Trust me, like a lot of times you're gonna think, oh, I don't need to journal, I already know what's bothering me, I already know what's going on. But trust me, when you journal, you're gonna slow down your mind, and you're gonna feel so much better afterwards. So try it out the next time you're feeling down, you're feeling like, you know, nothing is going right. Try it, and you will feel better after it, I promise you. All right, the next thing is that no one truly wants you to do better than them. This is so true, and this is advice that like my parents gave me, and going through life I found it to be true. It's crazy. There are some people that truly genuinely love you, okay? Sometimes they may get triggered and feel a little bit of jealousy, or feel a little bit of comparison. They'll compare themselves to you, and you will do the same too. That's normal, that's human nature. Then you have to ground yourself and remind yourself of who you are, why you should not compare yourself. I'm gonna make a whole video about that, because I struggle with comparison too. So anyways, that may happen here every now and then, and that's fine. But a lot of people in your life, and people that you'd never expect to do this, will do this to you. No one truly wants you to do better than them. No one wants you, if you guys were at the same level at a certain point, no one wants you to like all of a sudden start looking better. No one wants you to all of a sudden you're going to the gym and you're getting your life together. As effed up as that sounds, that's so true. No one wants you to have a better relationship. No one wants you to have like, you know, you to have like the princess treatment if they don't have that already. Like they want to feel like they're better than you, then they'll feel okay with how things are. I hope this is making sense, but trust me, a lot of the times And this goes mostly for people maybe you grew up with. I'm not talking about siblings, but I'm talking about friends that you grew up with, friends that you went to college with, for example, people that you knew maybe from back home, just like people that at one point you were at one certain level, and then all of a sudden you jumped, you grew up, you got like nice things for yourself, you're doing amazing things in life. You're gonna see the switch in people's behaviors, and they're gonna try to like pick fights or pick arguments over the smallest of inconveniences, just because they're done with having you in their life, because they don't want to see you grow like that. That triggers them. They feel like you don't deserve things. So just have that in the back of your mind always, and don't be surprised when people that you think have good hearts end up getting jealous or end up treating you in a way where you feel like, oh wow, you really don't want me to be better. Because honestly, it's the sad truth. It's to a certain extent human nature, but I feel like a lot of it is like people not being willing to work on themselves, and that's the sad reality. So that's something I learned the hard way, unfortunately. Next thing is that you need to work on being the smartest and best version of yourself every single day. And it's not going to happen every single day unless you're really committed and you're really on top of it. I know I don't like as much as I want to, I'm actually not becoming better every single day. Sometimes I'm getting better more days than others. I wish I was a lot more consistent, but I'm not. I'm just not. Like sometimes, you know, my room gets super messy and then I stop journaling and then I feel horrible and then the cycle returns and then I clean my room and then I feel better and then I'm journaling and then I'm going to the gym. That's all just a part of life. So don't feel bad if you're ever not consistent. It's just all about striving to be that. You don't have to be that right now. It's just about, okay, you have this certain goal of yourself. You want to look at yourself in a certain way. As long as you're making steps in general, as long as most of your time is like that, then when you mess up, don't beat yourself up. But you really should be working on being the best, smartest version of yourself. You know, read things that are good for you, be around people that are good for you. People, this is such a good thing. I say this always, if you're friends with the same people that you were friends with like 10 years ago, if you're hanging around the same crowds, if you're consuming the same content as you did like 10 years ago, you need to reevaluate your circle, because you're telling me you haven't developed that much in 10 years. People around you, are these people that you want to become like in the future? If the answer is no, I'm sorry, you need to get rid of them. And also don't forget to stay hydrated. Such a beautiful day out today. I went on a walk. Yeah, like, I don't know, I think it's just so important to prioritize the people that are in your life and making sure that they're as best as can be. They're positive influences and they're not bums. They're not just sitting around. What are they doing in their free time? Right? In their free time, are they going to the gym? In their free time, are they striving to reach their goals, to reach their dreams? In their free time, are they like just being active, going to the gym? Are they reading? Or are they being lazy on their phone, playing video games, smoking, doing things that are bad for them? Well, guess what? You're exactly the same as them. Really think it's better to be alone sometimes than to be with people that are bad for you. That's just my 2 cents. Next thing is to have strict boundaries. Have strict boundaries with everyone, okay? Have strict boundaries with people at work. Have strict boundaries with your friendships. Have strict boundaries with your significant others, with your significant others' families. Like, I think it's just important to let people know that you can't be crossed, okay? In certain areas. So if someone disrespects you once, you need to have a strict boundary to be like, okay, this can't happen again. Okay, like, I'm serious about this cannot happen again. With your friendships, if they, you know, disrespect you, again, like, have strict boundaries. At work, if they keep asking you to work more and more and more, and you have already communicated, no, I want to do my 40 hours, literally communicate that, strict boundaries. Be able to say no without feeling guilty. How personal you want to be at work, or how personal you want to be in class, like, you have the ability to control all of that. I would say have strict boundaries of things that you want to share, or things that you don't want to share, and just go with that and don't feel bad about it whatsoever. This kind of connects to the next point, and that is to be a good person, but don't be a nice person. You guys, I said this in the beginning. I'm such a nice person. I feel bad for people. Like, I almost to the point where sometimes I put their needs and wants over mine. But over time, I'm like, I realize that it's kind of hurting me, because I don't end up getting anything in return of me being nice. and the other person gets all the benefits, right? So I've had friendships that, like, I had a friend that was always over our house. We treated her like family, you know, like I would drop anything to help her at any moment of time. I was just there for her, giving, and I was getting nothing in return. I was only getting trauma dumps. I was getting the negative energy. And I feel like I helped in a lot of ways. I was so nice, so nice, so nice. But at the end of the day, that was stupid. Because I should have looked at myself. I'm like, okay, have I ever been into this friend's house once? Never been to their house once. Have I ever been treated this way by this person? No, I was only the one that's giving, and being too nice. And that was the biggest wake-up call in my life. And it just made me realize, like, don't be nice to the wrong people, but more importantly is to be a good person. So if you have a friend that needs your help, needs you to be there for them, be there for them. But you need to have your eyes open, and you need to see, are they there for you too? Are they supportive for you too? Do they truly want the best for you? Ask yourself all of these questions, but don't just be nice for the sake of being nice. If someone's not adding anything into your life, you need to let them go, period. And I really believe in that, because why else are you in my life if you're not making me a better person, if you're not making me just stronger, if you're not helping me reach my goals? What is the point of that? I don't know. Okay, next thing is to take a social media break. I'm on social media now really often now. It's one of my goals. I want to grow. I love posting on YouTube. I like posting on TikTok. I'm not that active on Instagram, but for a period of time before I decided to do social media or to start, I was off of Instagram for 3 years. One of the best decisions I have made in my entire life, period. One of the best decisions. I felt so peaceful. I felt like I don't know, it felt really nice to be disconnected. I'd really recommend that you try it out, where you're just off of social media, period. The only thing I had at that time is Snapchat, and it felt amazing. It felt truly incredible to be disconnected, and it helped my mental health a lot. So I highly recommend you try it out if you have not already. The next thing I have is to trust the process no matter what. Even if you are in a point of your life where you don't see how you could ever reach your biggest goals, you don't see how that can happen, girl, trust the process. Things happen one thing at a time. Your life can change in one day. One person can come into your life and they can change it. They can open doors for you never knew existed. Trust the process. Don't ever give up. The ones that make it are the ones that don't give up. They're not the smartest. They're not the hardest working. They're not. Trust me. They're just the most consistent, they're the most ambitious, and they're the ones that don't give up. So as long as you don't give up, you'll make it to any goal that you have. It may take longer than you think, but you'll make it, I promise you. That kind of goes on to the next point, is to keep going no matter how low you feel. Think of like the lowest feelings you've ever felt. I've felt that and probably worse, and I never talk about it to people in my life or people that really know me, so it may sound like a surprise, but I've felt really down, really low about myself, about where I am in life, and truly felt like I wanted to give up. And I just kept reminding myself that the only thing I can do, even though I feel like I can't do anything right now, the only thing I can do is to keep going. And I'm so glad I did, because trust me, just keep going no matter what. Keep going no matter what, and you're gonna see why you went through what you went through, and you're gonna see why God put you in these situations, and you're going to see why it was so important for you to keep going. So keep going no matter what, and come back to this video and let me know how that went for you. The next thing is to be unapologetically yourself. So it goes with anything, okay? Whether it's the way you act, the way you dress, the way you talk. Like for me, I have a little bit of accent, and I was never really insecure of that, but it does feel weird sometimes, like when I talk, especially when I'm around of people that don't have this accent, that, you know, a lot of people that are like just white and they sound super American, and I'm like, oh my god, like mine is so obvious. I decided to become unapologetically myself. So that means I'll say whatever I want to say. I will have the normal conversations I want to have, and I'm not going to feel bad about it, because this is who I am. Be unapologetically yourself. That's how you're going to get the confidence that I know you want, girl. I know you want, girl or guy. Everyone. This goes for everyone. Next thing is that manifestations work. They really do work. Every single thing I have thought of came to life. And it's not because of some woo-woo thing like, oh my God, like you just manifest, you think about it. No, when you manifest, you're really just putting an idea in your head and you're thinking about it a lot. You're really like just, it's more likely for you to succeed when you're thinking about positive things and when you're thinking about things you want, because they're right in front of you and you know the direction that you want to take. So I think they really work. I need you to do a vision board if you haven't already. It's not too late. It's March, but it's not too late. Do a vision board if you have not done one already. Write things down. Thank me later. Thank me later. Things that I just had a thought of in the past are happening to me right now. So I think they really work. I think you should give it a try. And I wish I did it more. That's all I'm going to say. Next thing, no one really has it together like they show they do on social media. I don't have it together like I show I do. None of your favorite influencers, celebrities have it together like they show they do. People have a million problems and things they have going on in their life that you don't see, because people just want to share good things. They want to share positive things. It's not really to just manipulate you into thinking they have perfect lives. No, people don't have horrible intentions like that. I know I don't. It's just like you want to share positive things. You want to push people to do better, be a better version of themselves. I'm not going to sit here and talk about my problems. I can tell you I have at least 5 things I can count right now that I'm struggling with, that I'm having a hard time with. I'm stressed and anxious about a lot of things. I have a lot of student debt that is on my shoulders that I am stressed about, and I have no idea how I'm going to pay except with time. So, you know, it's like, but I never share any of that. I never post about that. I never show that. I'm just going to show the positive things, and it doesn't mean that nothing bad is happening. So never get it twisted. Just something to think about. You know, if you're going through a lot right now, it's not just you, it's everyone. Next thing is that your problems are a blessing compared to everyone else. So despite what I just said, all the problems you have right now are a blessing. So thank the Lord up there, because if you were to put everyone's problems in a bucket, you'd be thankful that you have yours. Next thing I have, we're gonna rapid fire through these, is to forgive, but don't forget. If someone ever did you dirty, forgive them, but don't forgive. Wait, forgive them, but then don't forget, because then they're gonna play you again. So forgive and don't forget. Outside appearance matters, so work on that. Okay, this is true. Work on how fit you are. Work on what makeup suits your face, what hair looks best on you. All of that matters. People look at you and judge you based off how you look. Sad reality, but it also makes you feel better. So think about that. Take a break when you need to. I took a 5-month break from work. I don't regret it. I think you should take a break when you need to. Be honest so you don't feel guilty. Literally be honest in every single thing you do. Be honest in your daily speech. Don't lie about anything, because when you do that, you're gonna feel guilt in your heart. You're gonna feel like you're a bad person when you're really not. So just be honest and suffer the consequences of being honest rather than lying. Always. You're enough, so talk nice to yourself. I literally have affirmations. I talk to myself every day. Otherwise, I feel bad about myself because I don't remind myself of the good things. So remind yourself that you are amazing. Next thing is ask for help. And don't suffer alone. For the longest time, I used to suffer alone. I used to never ask for help. When I asked for help and when I started reaching out for help from my close friends, that's when I truly felt free. So ask for help. Trust me. Communicate your concerns. I struggled with a lot of things with like school and with residency. When I communicated my concerns, that is when everything got better. So if you're concerned about something, if you're not happy with something, say something. Say something. Literally, don't suffer in silence. Say something. Let them know. You don't deserve to be suffering alone. You need to at least let someone know. And the last thing is that the best is yet to come. The camera officially died, but I just wanted to say that the best is truly yet to come, okay? You have not lived your best years yet. You have not lived your best days yet. So why are you tripping for? The best is yet to come. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I did a lot of talking. I love you guys so much, and I hope to see you in the next video. So subscribe, put your notifications on, and let's see how we can live the best lives that we can live together. Bye.